So before going into the makeup, I'm first going to cover the headpiece I made. Before adding snakes, I had to create a base to go on my head using one of those rubber mats you find in kindergarten costumes, you know those? Well, I cut out a spiral using that material, and as you can see, I heated it up with a hairdryer because it makes the material softer and easier to cut through. Here, I'm cutting off the corners of the spiral so that it's smooth like the body of a snake and not so square. Afterwards, I'm gluing this onto a cylindrical base I made using the same material off camera to fit my head. I glued it on with a glue gun, and now I'm painting it a dark forest green color with some gold glazing over top. I initially made some snakes out of this same material, but I realized it didn't look so good, so I bought some long snakes at the dollar store and I painted those the same color, and I just stuck the snakes on top of the foam base off camera. Now for the makeup, I'm starting off by gluing down my eyebrows as always. Once the glue dries, I'm setting it with a thick layer of powder. Afterwards, I'm painting my face and chest with some green face paint from Wolfe FX. And then I'm going to use some of that mixed with some black face paint to contour the face. To highlight the face, I'm using a green color correcting concealer. You can use the same green face paint mixed with white if you don't have this, but I'm taking that same concealer on a flat brush and I'm etching out the brow highlight, blending it down and setting it with white powder. Afterwards, we're painting on some evil looking brows with black face paint, but gel liner works too. I like the brows dark and arched like you're 50% surprised but 50% about to kill the next person you see. For the eyes, we're going to do a very basic black smoky eye. I'm taking brown eyeshadow and I'm buffing this through the crease using a large fluffy eyeshadow brush. And once I have enough definition, I'm pressing black eyeshadow all over the eyelid, blending this into the brown. We're also doing the same thing on the lower lash line, starting with brown and then going in with black on a tighter brush. Anyways, here I'm lining the waterline with a black Kohl pencil for a very prostitute-y look and applying wing liner on both the outer and inner corner of the eye. This serves to elongate the eye and give a snake-like resting bitch face. I'm taking this olive green eyeshadow from Makeup Geek called Dirty Martini, and I'm using this as a contour shade for my nose. As you can see, this is a lot like regular glam makeup, except everything is just tinted green. If you don't have light green concealer or green eyeshadows, you can always just mix green face paint with white and black to darken it and lighten it. Now here, I'm taking black face paint and I'm elongating my nostrils vertically, which is kind of a subtle technique to give a more feminine, snake-like nose. Now I'm going to take some styrofoam fishnet wrapper from the local Chinese grocery store, and I'm using this as a stencil for scales that I'll be making on my temples, my cheekbones, my chin, my neck, and chest using black face paint and the shiny gold pigment. When it came to the metallic gold, I decided that it didn't really need the scale shapes, and later on I ended up just dusting it on with a fan brush. Now for the lips, I'm using a black face paint, except I'm elongating the ends upwards similar to winged liner for the look of a creepy Joker smile. Now finally, I'm applying some false lashes that I'm putting on my headpiece of snakes, adjusting it, making sure it looks good, and then finally some colored contacts to add some more pizzazz. That's the finished look, everyone. I hope you liked it. I've been wanting to do a Medusa transformation since forever. I've been working on this for months. Let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye!